Jonathan, Anastasia. Okay, how are you, everyone?
Fine,
Good
Fine.
teacher.
teacher.
Okay, so hopefully everything is fine. So for today lesson, okay, we have a special guest, okay, from JPN, okay, bahagian Nazir. Okay, we are welcoming Mr. Simon. Okay, so for our lesson today, we will continue. So actually, this is our last subtopic in chapter 5, right? Okay, with the topic applications of green technology in industrial waste management. Okay, for in this subtopic, we will go through about waste management, wastewater management, and also the importance of green technology. Okay, so before this, you already discussed about what is green technology. Okay, let us continue. Okay, okay, look at this photo. Okay, here we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 photo. Okay, can you identify the first photo? This one. Okay, this one is our toilet, right?
Yes.
Okay, this one. The second one,
Sink.
what?
Sink.
Sink. Kitchen sink.
Okay, see, what is she doing? He doing.
Washing dishes.
Washing the dishes.
Okay, washing dishes, and then this one,
Bathing.
bathing, and then this one,
Agriculture.
okay, what are they doing?
Spraying fertilizers to the plant.
Okay, fertilizer. Are you sure? Is it fertilizer?
Oh, is it watering the
Watering. Okay, should maybe a fertilizer or pesticide, right? Okay, and the last one, last photo. This is look like,
Factory.
yes, factory. And then you can see there is a tube. Okay, go to the river. Okay, so what do you think about all these ways if we are not treated properly?
Polluted environment.
Okay, polluted environment. More specific?
Like for the factory picture, um, water pollution.
Yes, water pollution. How about this one? Agriculture.
Air pollution.
land pollution?
Yes, land pollution. Okay, pencemaran tanah lah. So as a student, what do you think about how does this can prevent? Okay, what can we use? What are the technology that we can use to less the effect of all these waste to the environment, especially?
We can
The
use
latest
green technology.
latest technology that we have. Green?
Green
Tracy, what is that?
technology.
Yes,
Green
okay, green
technology.
technology. So that's one is we already discussed before this. Okay, next. Okay, for today lesson, okay, we have two learning standard. Okay, the first one is you should be able to describe the applications of green technology in the sector of waste management and industrial wastewater, and also justify the importance of green technology in daily life. So this one, for to achieve this learning standard or the learning objective, I already given to you the task last week, right? Okay. Okay, next. Okay, let's us watch the video and relate to the task given to you by group. Okay, wait ah. We open the link. Sekejap ah. There's a problem. Okay, a little bit slow. Okay, wait.
which can be harmful to people's health. Organic waste left in the open can attract insects and cause horrible odors. And releasing gases into the air can contribute to global warming because of the greenhouse effect. So how can we prevent these negative effects? Firstly, we can recycle. We can reuse things. We can bury organic waste or make compost out of it. We can feed vegetable peelings to animals. Now you know that waste can be categorized into solid, sludge, liquid, and gaseous waste. We also know that incorrect disposal can have negative effects, like disease, killing wildlife, air pollution, water pollution, and can even contribute to global warming. That's why it's important to reuse and recycle. So the next time you're getting rid of waste, think about the effect it could have on the environment. Maybe there's a better way to dispose of it.
Okay, so it is a video about the waste management. So I already asked you to find out on how waste and wastewater management and also the importance of green technology in our daily lives. So now we will proceed for the presentation. Okay, you group presentation. Okay, start from group 1, group 2, and group 3. Okay, so I will close this and then get ready for group presentation for group number 1. Okay, I close this. I stop my presentation first. Then you can present by your own. Okay, group number 1. Okay,
Can you see
Tracy.
my screen?
Okay, already.
Okay.
But you're sharing. Okay, wait. No PowerPoint.
Can you see my screen?
Okay, yes, already. Okay, you are using handphone a bit small. Never mind. Okay, good.
Okay.
Okay, you can start now.
Okay, so I will start. Good morning to the teacher and fellow friends. Today, our group 1, will the application of green technology in the sector of waste management. So, what is green technology? Green technology is a technology or application developed to minimize the negative effects of human activities. Why is it in waste management? Well, green technology is management as it is able to produce greenhouse gases and other environment issue as well. But first of all, what is waste is the materials we come across in our daily life. Substances that are not reusable or can be recycled for any food. A waste can be in any form, ranging from solids, liquids, even gases. These are some examples of waste: uh, food waste, papers. There are also tins and fertilizers, also waste and chemical paints. These are the two main factors that the increase in waste. First is the growth in population and development in various sectors.
We should continue with
Okay.
um,
Next is what happens if this waste is not managed properly. So there is three effects. First is bad impact toward human health, climate change, and adverse effect to country economy. First is bad impact toward human health. Exposure to improperly handled waste can cause skin irritation, respiratory problem, and growth problem, and even reproductive issue. Second is climate change. Climate change is decomposing waste emit gas that rise to atmosphere and trap the heat. Eventually, this will cause the greenhouse effect and extreme weather change to the world. Next is adverse effect country's economy. A country with a poor waste management will not attract tourists or investors to our country, and landfill facilities that are mismanaged could set a poor image to our country. Waste, the conclusion is waste management should not be taken lightly. All communities need to play a role in ensuring the effectiveness of waste management, especially the solid waste.
okay, next I'm going to present about stages in waste management. So as you can see from this picture or in our textbook, page 192, solid waste can be managed in many ways. So based on this picture, we can manage the solid waste from our house, like food waste, by composting the organic solid waste. We can make it into compost to replace the fertilizer. And then the second one, we can collect it, the waste, and then it will be brought by the truck to the waste sorting center. And at the waste sorting center, they will sort the waste into recyclable and unrecyclable waste, and then it will be brought to the incineration, landfill, or the recycling center. And then, or you can put your waste in the waste segregation, and it will be brought to the recycling center. At the incineration, landfill and recycling centers, you can see it is halfway to go to the green technology, which is landfill liquid treatment and methane gas recovery. I will explain more about this green technology in the next slide. So basically, at the waste sorting center, after they sort the waste into in reusable and usable waste, it will be brought to the incineration, landfill, or the recycling center. At the landfill, it will be brought again to the landfill liquid treatment or the methane gas recovery. So for the composting, as we all know, this method of composting is applicable for biodegradable waste, where quality manure is formed decomposing the solid waste. Using this manure improve the quality of soil as well, which we can say we can replace the fertilizer using this compost from our house. And then at the recycling center, of course, the waste will go through the recycling process. It is a resource recovery practice that refers to the collection and reuse of waste materials, such as empty beverage containers. This process involves breaking down and using materials that would otherwise be gotten rid as trash into a new items. Now at the incineration. Incineration is one of the green technology used. It is a disposal method in which solid organic waste are subjected to combustion, which means we are putting the waste to be disposed by combusting and burning them. It is burned using incinerator. So when they are using incinerator, it will reduce the emission of carbon dioxide. From what I knew, India is one of the country that use incineration a lot. And then the landfill. Landfill is a site for disposal of waste material by burial. Landfill is the oldest form of waste treatment. And last is the methane gas recovery. So from the waste at the landfill, it will produce exceed waste and it will eventually emit gas. So what happened is this methane gas recovery, it will produce electricity from the methane produced. In turn, it can lower energy costs. It can also control odors and improve manure handling. The system can reduce potential for surface and groundwater contamination. It can also control harmful pathogens. Same goes to the landfill leachate treatment. Because the landfill, it will produce landfill leachate, which is a liquid exists as part of the waste in the landfill. So we don't want the liquid from the landfill to contaminate our groundwater. So what we are doing is we are using this green technology, which is landfill leachate treatment, to treat the water coming from the landfill. So it can prevent our groundwater from being polluted and contaminated. That's all from us. Thank you. But before that,
Okay,
do you
so
guys have any question? Any part that you guys don't understand?
Actually, I have a question.
okay, Jonathan.
Should we continue the process of incineration to be as a waste management? What do you think?
Um, From our research, I think it is okay for us to use the incineration because what happened is at the waste sorting center, we are sorting the waste, right? So the waste that will be brought to the incineration is the waste that are solid organic, like woods that cannot be disposed by recycling or putting them in the landfill. So at the incineration, it will actually burn the undisposal waste, like the solid organic. From what I knew, they are using incinerator, and which is why it will reduce um, the carbon dioxide effect from the combustion because they are using the incinerator. So I think it is okay to continue using incineration. Do you guys have any more questions before we proceed on asking our questions?
Any question? Okay. Any questions so far about the waste management and relation with the green technology? Okay, I have one question, okay, for you. Okay, if you look at the figure that's given to you and also in your textbook, can you identify the stage of waste management that utilize, maximize, okay, the green technology? So actually we have many stages. So which stage that you think that utilize more green technology? Which part, which stage?
The landfill leachate treatment and the methane gas recovery.
Okay, landfill leachate treatment and methane gas recovery. Okay, good. Okay, so good explanation. Congratulations. Thank you very much for the group presentation, group 1. Okay, so we will proceed to the next group. Okay, group 2. We're talking about wastewater management.
Yes. So we'll
Okay,
wait for Zarifa to share her screen.
okay, so you can share.
So good morning to everyone. Today our group will talk about how to manage wastewater using green technology.
Can you make it bigger, your slideshow?
So basically, can you make it bigger?
Go to the slideshow. Okay, never mind. We also can see. You just proceed.
Okay. So basically, wastewater is liquid waste that consists of human waste like food waste, oil, and chemicals. Wastewater can be divided into three types: domestic wastewater, stormwater runoff, and industrial wastewater. And we proceed to Zarifa or Jonathan.
Here are examples of wastewater are domestic wastewater, stormwater runoff, and industrial wastewater. So firstly, domestic wastewater is wastewater produced from households such as from the kitchen, shower, wash basin, toilet, and laundry. For the stormwater runoff is water from rain and snowmelt that flows over land or impervious surfaces, such as paved streets, parking lots, and building rooftops, which does not soak into the ground. And industrial wastewater is just aqueous discard from the industry, or to put it simply, water used for industrial purposes, such as manufacturing products or cleaning activities. Industrial wastewater may contain acrylonitrile, methylbenzene, toluene, and heavy metals, such as arsenic, mercury, and lead. Industrial wastewater are very difficult to decompose biologically and require more systematic treatments so that they will not pollute the environment nor affect human health.
Okay, next slide. Yes, can proceed already to the next slide.
A bit of a connection problem, teacher, from Zarifa.
Okay. Okay, never mind.
Should I
Yes,
replace her,
Zarif.
teacher?
Okay, never mind. You just proceed.
Proceed with
Oh,
Okay.
a bit
Slide
further.
number 3. Okay.
Okay.
Are you okay, Zarifa?
So I proceed. So
Okay, never mind. Okay, just proceed.
the green technology that used in this water management is called coagulating process. Coagulating process is landfill leachate treatment method by using the electrolysis principle. So the carbon occuper electrodes are used while wastewater is the electrolyte in the electrocoagulating process. Then pollutant will form flocks and can be isolated from water and then removed as sludge. After proper treatment, sludge can be used as fertilizer for the agricultural sector or disposed by appropriate method depending on the composition of the material contained in sludge. And finally, wastewater that has been treated can be reused for crop irrigation or discharged as effluent. So the next step, we can see the step-by-step of this process. Can proceed to the next slide. Okay, so basically this is the process that I just talked about. And to understand more, we will watch a video about this process.
The wave ionic system uses electrocoagulation enhanced filtration technology to remove total suspended solids, heavy metals, emulsified oils, bacteria, and other contaminants from water. This system is suited for applications such as oil and gas produced water, mine process water, industrial storm and wastewater, and construction stormwater. The wave ionics process consists of 3 key steps: electrocoagulation, solid separation, and filtration. Depending on the influent water characteristics and the effluent water quality goals, additional process steps and equipment may be easily integrated into the overall process to provide project-specific enhancements. Prior to treatment, water is collected in a source for processing through the system. The electrocoagulation or EC system consists of 3 primary components: a power supply, the EC cell housing, and the EC electrodes. As water passes through the EC cell, multiple reactions take place simultaneously. First, on the surface of the anode, a metal ion is driven into the water. Second, on the surface of the cathode, water is hydrolyzed into hydrogen gas and hydroxyl groups. And third, electrons flow freely from the cathode to the anode, which destabilizes surface charges on suspended solids and emulsified oils. As the reaction begins, metal ions complex with hydroxyl groups and form large flocks that include metals and other contaminants. Suspended solids and emulsified oils are readily entrained within the flock because of the destabilized surface charges. Finally, the hydrogen gas bubbles help to separate and lift the flocks. These cooperative reactions are what make the EC process so effective and efficient. As water leaves the EC system, it enters a series of settling tanks. Here, the effects of the EC reaction are further accelerated. The flocks generated during the EC process begin to react with each other and form larger flocks that can float or settle out of the water column. Finally, water enters the last compartments of the settling tanks and is directed to the filtration system. As water enters the media filtration system, it flows down through a bed of glass media. Larger particles are trapped on the top of the media bed as effluent water exits the filter at the bottom. The media filter is periodically backwashed to the source to reduce operator maintenance. If enhanced filtration is required, ultrafiltration technology can be utilized in place of media filtration to provide a 10x improvement in filtration. Before leaving the system, the water passes through an auto-actuated valve that analyzes real-time water quality in order to ensure that the effluent water meets all operator programmable targets. Finally, this entire treatment process is controlled by a process automation system complete with a touchscreen controller. This system minimizes labor and keeps operators aware of critical process diagnostics by sending out phone or email alerts during system operations. To learn more about the Wave Ionic system or any of our other water treatment technologies, please visit our website or contact us at the info.
I think that's all from our group. Do you guys have any question?
So any question for this group?
I have a question. So, uh, during the wastewater treatment process, right? You are using the electrocoagulation process, and then they will have this excess removed as sludge. Um, what does this sludge can be used in our daily life? How does this sludge can be used?
In agricultural site, this sludge can use as a fertilizer. Yes. Or it can be disposed by appropriate method depending on the composition or the material content in sludge.
Okay. Any other question?
Um, I have a question.
Okay, Shaira.
So,
Okay.
in the wastewater treatment process, where exactly the green technology is used in the wastewater management?
Uh, in this textbook, in the figure 5.26, the green technology is on number 3, the electrocoagulation process.
Okay. Okay, the stage treatment process, stage number 3, yeah?
Yes.
Okay, green technology. Okay. Any question before I ask question? Okay. Any? Okay, never mind. So I have one question. Why do you think that the electrocoagulation process is considered as a utilized green technology?
I think because it doesn't affect really much to the environment. Yes, that's why I think it is part of the green technology.
Okay, so meaning to say that this is methods that we can use. At the same time, it will lessen the effect of the process to the environmental pollution. Okay, good answer. Okay, so next we will proceed. Thank you for the group number 3, 2 good presentations. Then we need to proceed to the last group. Okay, group number 3.
I help them
thank
to
you.
share screen.
Oh, okay.
Hello, hi. So today we're from group 3. We're going to talk about the importance of green technology in life. So what is the importance? The first one is we have a cleaner source of energy. Means that when we use a green technology, we know that we're gonna use renewable energy more. So it is derived. We know that renewable energy is derived from natural processes that are replenished constantly, and it will also minimize the usage of what we call it non-renewable energy. And I hope you guys still remember what are the types of renewable energy. We have solar energy, we have wind energy to generate electricity, we also have hydro energy, we have geothermal, and even biomass. And non-renewable energy is their source of energy that will eventually run out. So most sources of non-renewable energy are fossil fuels such as coal, gas, and even oil. So these are the examples, if you can see on your screen. Okay, next. So the second one is we will have a more effective waste management. So when we apply this green technology, we know that we're gonna use the waste or the rubbish and all those things to produce green energy. So when we use this to produce green energy, so nothing we collect goes to the landfill, and um, almost like 2/3 of the landfill waste is biodegradable. So these waste, when they rot and decompose, and they will produce harmful gases. So that's why we need a more effective waste management, and I really believe that green technology is the answer. Next. Easy? You there?
Yes.
Right.
Can you hear me, Nurul?
Can.
Okay. Okay. So the number 3 is improve the quality of life. Next slide. Okay. So when we use the green technology, it is actually improve our life. For example, the quality of life, the quality environment. For example, our environment will be more clean and less polluted, and the financial well-being. So when we use green technology, for example, solar energy, so the cost of electricity can be reduced. So that's mean we will, lower the cost of life, and the belonging and personal safety, work, emotional well-being, social relationship, and health. And health is the one of the part that actually improve when we use a green technology, because as we know, when we don't use any of green technology, we are polluted, and any kind of health issue can come to our health, for example asthma and other health issue. Okay, next. Okay. Next. Okay, number 4 is spreading innovations. Okay, what is the meaning of spreading innovation? Is actually give a chance people to have an innovation over something that already exists. For example, like our educational system this day, they give a chance to us as a new generations to create something, to innovation, something that is and related to green technology. For example, STEM program, they actually give a chance for new generations to innovation something, to create something new without neglecting the original point. of the technology. Okay, next. Okay, so green technology control innovation. For example, long-lasting light bulb, wooden computer chips, and electric aircraft. So I have a little bit information about the electric aircraft. So the electric aircraft is actually found in 2019, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah. Okay, so the ordinary aircraft actually can travel between 750 miles to 780 miles. But for the new electric aircraft, it is electric, but it can go as far as ordinary aircraft. But yeah, kind of good actually. It is electric, so we don't expect something good or something far more greater than the ordinary aircraft, but something that actually, so we can use it. We still can use, also safe to use, but we're not expecting something that is far more greater than the ordinary aircraft, because yeah, the innovations come in a stage, not fully far more greater than the ordinary aircraft. So as I said, the ordinary aircraft can travel between 750 miles to 780 miles, while the electric aircraft can travel to 300 miles and can carry 150 passengers in one aircraft. So yeah, 150 passengers for 300 miles is something's good actually. Yeah. And next. Okay, so this is the light bulb, but the white one is actually the electric bulb, and the other five is actually the ordinary bulb. Okay, next. Okay, so that is the example of electric aircraft, and yeah, that is the sheet. Okay, lesson. Okay, next. Lesson global warming. Next, let's see. Okay, so green technology reduce carbon emissions, and green technology doesn't produce fossil fuel waste byproduct. As we know, the green technology is fully related to renewable energy, for example, solar, hydro, and wind. So yeah, we don't actually use a fossil fuel to green technology. Yeah, we didn't use any fossil fuel in green technology. So as we know that it didn't use any fossil fuel, so there's no carbon emissions. There's no carbon produced. It will be less than we expected. Okay, next. Okay, so this is actually the effect when we keep using the fossil fuel as an energy source. Yeah, but next. Okay, I think that's all from us. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much for the presentation. So you are explaining about the importance of green technology. So I'm quite interesting about the importance that you say the emotional. So how does it can the green technology can affect your emotional emosi?
We know that green technology it is used to produce less carbon dioxide, and too much carbon dioxide can affect our health. So when our health is like we're more healthy, when there are less carbon dioxide emission, it will it will affect our emotional. It will make us more happy.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Good explanations. Okay, how about the others? Any question to this group?
Excuse me, I have a question.
Yes.
What will happen if the landfill is located near human civilization? Will it affect us?
Uh, Maybe. But I have no idea about whether
Okay. How about the others' opinion? Is it will affect if the landfill is nearest to our area?
I think yes, maybe.
Yes.
Since the landfill is where tapak-tapak pelukusan kan. So
It will
Yes.
be so smelly.
yes,
Okay.
it will be
It
so
will disturb
smelly.
our life.
Yeah. It will pollute our environment, obviously. So of course it will affect our life.
Okay. So the authority should be choose suitable places to make as a landfill lah. Okay. So any other questions before we proceed to our discussion?
I have a question.
Okay.
We already know and aware about the importance of the green technology, right? But how does a country with poor economic state could continue preserving their environment if they cannot afford to build this green technology?
Yes. So what
About
we need?
so about that problem, I'm actually thinking about it. But yeah, Okay, so about a not very, very rich country, for example, we have Nigeria, Madagascar, and Republic of Dominations. And that is the example of not very, very rich country. And okay, so how do they maintain the green technology? Is actually that country actually didn't even use any fossil fuel source. They actually use less actually because since the people inside that country is not very, very kaya lah kan, kita bilang na berapa, not very, very mampu untuk mendirikan sebuah rumah yang begitu, like in our country that have everything, for example the electricity and clean source of water. So their life actually pretty, pretty hard, like kita hidup orang tuh berapa mau maju ke hadapan, not into the future, they're still at the back. They still use a candle, for example. They don't have any, a permanent energy source. They still use something like a candle lah, yang energi yang kita boleh guna, yang kita orang-orang dulu guna. They still use it, and their water source actually still ada yang guna perigi and other things yang orang dulu still guna. So that's why in that country they don't even think about the fossil fuel pencemaran yang berlaku di negara itu, because not everyone can afford electricity. Not everyone, their life cost is still lower, so they still live dalam suasana yang ekstrim lah, yang orang kena bekerja sendiri untuk mendapatkan lampu di rumah macam itulah. So
Okay.
I think that berkaitan dengan teknologi yang macam mana negara-negara yang berapa mau bangun tuh.
Okay. So thank you very much for your opinion. So what we can do is actually in our country we try not to what we mean sama macam you know is only will not mengharap kepada our government. Okay, so actually all the effort is come from the society also. Okay, so the next we will proceed to our discussions. So what should or what can you do as a student, as a pupils, or the chemical engineer or environmental officer, okay, to support our green technology program, okay, especially in our country. Like say, I give you 2 minutes. Any opinion? As a student, what can you contribute?
I think us as a student, we can involve ourselves more in the program that are related to environmental. Like for example, in our school, right? In our school premise, we have participated in the Young Innovator competition. So from this kind of competition, if we are able to involve ourselves more in this kind of competition, we are able to unleash our creativity mainly in solving the environmentally issues problem by using the innovation that could be applied when we are doing the innovation.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any else?
Um, I have one.
Okay.
Student, especially as young generation, we use social media a lot in our daily life. So as someone that knows a lot about or maybe a bit about green technology, we may share the education or information in social media websites. And that's how we can
Spread.
encourage other people to green technology as well.
Okay, thank you. How about if you are the chemical engineer? What can you contribute to the green technology? Okay, nobody want to be a chemical engineer. Okay, never mind. If you are the environmental officer,
As environmental officer, maybe they could improve more on the recycling program. They could do more research on where to improve in the recycling program, and then they could also do the law enforcement to call out various sector in the country to consider using green technology.
okay, thank you. Okay, so actually, if you are the chemical engineer, so maybe we will do the more research on how we can produce a device, okay, by using the electrolysis principles that we have learned in chemistry, okay, to process, okay, the waste management, the waste disposal, especially the industrial disposal. So that is the rules as a chemical engineer, okay, because you are learn about the electrolysis process. So should be you can innovate, okay, any instrument or the device that can support, okay, the green technology. Okay, so thank you very much. So I think okay, we are running off time. So before we go to the quiz, can someone summary? Okay, make a summary what you have learned today. Anyone? Give the summary what you have learned today. Later, I prepare for the quiz. We're waiting for you to give the summary. That's what you have learned today.
All in all, today we have learned about how this green technology are used in the waste management and the wastewater management. It is very important that we know this green technology are beneficial towards our environment and as well as our health. So it is our role as well and as a community to ensure the effectiveness of this green technology used in the waste management and the waste management. Meaning to say we cannot relying too much on the government. It is our responsibilities as well.
Okay, so how about the others? Anyone want to share what you have learned today? The summary of our lesson before we go to the quiz.
I think all people should practice this green technology because it gives us many good benefits.
Okay. Okay, so the summary. So that's today we have learned about the waste management. Okay, especially the wastewater treatment and also the importance of green technology, right? Okay, so I will share the link, okay, to the quiz. Okay, you can click the link for the quiz in the chat. Okay, we're waiting for a while. Okay. A bit slow. Okay, you go to the chat and join the quiz. You just click to the link. Problem to enter the quiz. And now is waiting for the participant to join.